Today I effed up. Naughty edition. Today I effed up for trying to motorboat my wife. I let my wife sleep in late because that's what we do on Sundays. I want to wake her up the way I usually do by standing up next to her side of the bed and bending down to hug her while she regains consciousness. I let her go to let her roll over, then noticed her nightgown was starting to show heavy cleavage. I am a boob man. Butts are nice, of course, but boobs are my jam. And my wife appreciates my appreciation, so it's not like I was doing anything abnormal or unwanted. But the exact moment I went in to show my appreciation, she, eyes closed, decided to adjust her head on her pillow. Bam! I headbutt her right in her eyebrow. About 15 minutes later, there's some noticeable swelling, and I feel like a complete dumbass. Oddly, she still thinks it's her fault because she's a dork, but I know better. We laughed about it when the pain subsided, at least. Top comments. Comment 1. My husband once tried to pull me in for a quick hug while we were kind of wrestling on the bed, but he was laying on his arm, so he had to do that awkward side lift and pull my arm out thing first. He tried to make it one smooth motion where he just grabbed me, but he missed. Instead, he punched me right in the side of the jaw. I had a perfect bruise. You could see the individual marks of each knuckle. He doesn't find this story nearly as funny as I do. Comment 2. When you said, BM, right in her eyebrow, I pictured you smacking her with a completely different body part. It's good that you clarified. Naughty. Comment 3. My wife and I were wrestling one time. I finally resorted to tickling, as she is very ticklish. Big mistake. I wound up catching a knee to the bridge of my nose. Had to go to work the next day and explain how I wound up with 2 black eyes. Story 2. Today I effed up by pleasuring myself. This happened night before last. I wasn't feeling well all last week, so I hadn't had any sexy time with my significant other or enemy time. I'm up for promotion at work, and have been so stressed I thought I had an ulcer or was having a heart attack. My significant other came to take care of me, and when he went to sleep, I decided it was finally time to relieve some stress. Everything is going smoothly. I have a fan on for noise, and it was dark in the room. As I'm hitting the grand finale, my vibe starts blinking bright as hell cause it's dying, so I quick roll over to hide the light, and as I'm peeking, my spine disc slips, and I go from sexy moaning to loud sobs because I'm in so much pain. While my body is moving from the big finale, my back hurts more and more. My boyfriend thought I was having a very emotional, not realizing that I can't move now. I'm fully stuck in place. I basically had to be carried to the doctor. Top comments. Comment 1. LOL, his is hilarious. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Comment 2. This one time I was doing the same as you, and a bug fell on my face. So there I laid smacking myself in the face with stinky bug guts while the big O happened. It may sound fun, but it was very unsatisfying. Comment 3. I used to manage a sex toy store, and on the first day we opened, I was quite nervous as this was a bit out of my element, even though I've owned my own and had done tons of research into each item that we chose to sell. Anyway, my first customer was an old man, and at first I was creeped out thinking it was going to be a dirty old man. But then he spoke. You could tell that he was even more nervous than I was. He had come for a toy for his wife of over 50 years because he could no longer perform, and he wanted to keep her happy. So together the two of us got over our nervousness and awkwardness because we both wanted this little old lady to stay happy and taken care of. That was my first and absolute best story during that period of my life. My other stories are not even close to wholesome. Now I can talk about anything sex-related very easily and feel a lot like Dr. Ruth. Story 3. Today I effed up by sitting through my friend's orgy. So yesterday my friends, 2 couples plus 1 single guy, and I went to brunch to go day drinking, and we ended up drinking a lot. It was all-you-can-drink mimosas brought out with a big bottle of champagne and orange juice/cranberry juice, and they really stayed on top of bringing more out. As a group, we typically do drink a lot when we do go out on weekends, but not so early in the day. Or at least, if we do start early, it's way more paced, not against the clock of when brunch ends. We did also eat brunch, but still it was a crazy amount of drinking in a short amount of time. We ended up back at my friend's place, who was way more drunk than I usually see him, like on the verge of falling asleep. And he was laying down on the couch. I honestly can't remember what started everything off. I think it might have just been relatively normal where my friend and his girlfriend started kissing, and the other couple was kissing, although as couples they've both never been big on public displays, at least in front of me. The other girl has always been fairly open. I've heard stories of her getting naked in front of the group, etc. before. Eventually, the 2 girls kissed, and then my friend/his girlfriend were making out hot and heavy, and he was feeling her up. The other girl was kissing her boyfriend, while the single guy was also doing stuff to her. Anyway, without going into too many more details, my F up was that I had drank too much to just leave to drive home, and my car was there, so I couldn't really Uber home and just leave my car without it being a huge ordeal, and I didn't know what else to do but watch. At one point, the other girl even encouraged me to jump in, but I declined, saying my own girlfriend wasn't there to say it was okay or join herself. We were supposed to go to the pool to continuing partying, so part of me was hoping this would all end and we'd move on to the pool like nothing happened. But I was just kind of shocked at it all and was watching it all go down drunk in awe at certain points going on my phone. The way my friend's house is, there was nowhere else to really go that guests would go, so I couldn't go to a different room and watch TV. I kind of feel weird about it now, like I was a creep in the room or something. Even though I waited as long as I thought I needed to, and there was nothing else for me to do, like just walk around randomly, outside, drunk, to finally safely leave and drive home. Top comments. Comment 1. Orgy going on in front of him, and he's thinking, does this mean we are not going swimming? Comment 2. OMG, dude. This is a pretty horrendous situation to find yourself in, but it's also effing hilarious. I can just picture it as everyone just starts getting really hot and heavy, and you're just sat there like, Honestly, I think I would have reacted exactly the same at first, especially if I were very, very drunk. But then I'd have either left or gone, okay, F it, I'm getting involved. Comment 3. You could have at least supplied drinks, snacks, and towels to them. What did you think of these stories? Do you agree with the reader's opinions? Leave your own opinion in the comments, or share if you also have a funny and naughty today, I effed up story. Don't forget to subscribe. We are a new channel, and we really appreciate your support. We publish stories with new topics multiple times a week. From Reddit Stories Bonanza, we wish you an amazing week.